Hello. Hello, my name's Tragic O'Hara. So the wall's up. That's me starting to settle in properly. Dave from Shred.
100%.
Do you genuinely think I could get a ramp in here?
Oh, anywhere you get one.
Because I was thinking if they were on wheels I'd be able to move them, and I just think that could be a wee video.
Maybe not be tall, maybe only 2 feet tall or something.
I'm cool with that.
Ah, you'd be able to do something.
Cool, two fits what? That.
See how I can do it.
On the button! We don't teach that! That's because I had fish tanks growing up and they were all too fat. Came down, he put that wall up for me, helped me rack all my paint and separated this into the little room where I do some stuff and then more stuff over there, my shelves up. It's starting to feel like it's mine, like I'm in, it's not just a big cavernous space with a door on it, like it feels like it's mine now. So still got a few things to sort out, a few bits and bobs. Got my lights up, I want to fill this with more tact. Like I've got some of my stuff up. I should have more. I want it to feel like the Mystery Shack from Gravity Falls. I want it to be just like hundreds of crap essentially, not hundreds of nonsense. So this is starting to feel like it's mine, but next door still feels a bit kinda like a cavernous space. So as a wee think about it, I was like I want to paint someone. Like these two walls will probably change. They'll probably change into different things and stuff, and like I'll be constantly kind of painting them. But on the back of this wall, I'd like to have, not a permanent fixture, but something that's there for a little bit longer to watch over me. And I thought, who would I like to be looking out for me, to be watching just to make sure everything's okay? And I could only think of one person. Lemmy. Lemmy. Because Lemmy's the man. Pure and simple, I love Motorhead and I love Lemmy. He was one of the last true kind of rock stars, I suppose. Like everything's a bit safe now, everything's a bit safe, but Lemmy was just Lemmy. Unapologetic Lemmy. I love Motorhead. Motorhead makes me feel a certain way whenever it plays. Like whenever I hear Motorhead, it brings back just this, I don't know man, I don't know how to describe it, I just love Lemmy, right? So I thought I'll put him up on this wall and he can watch over everything that happens. And if I ever find myself in times of trouble and Mother Mary doesn't come to me, I can turn around and look at Lemmy and be like, what would you do, man? What would you do? Now, that leads me to a dilemma. When I painted the ODB, another one of my heroes, I didn't use any Wu-Tang. I didn't use any Wu-Tang songs or any ODB songs because what happens is the YouTube police come and they'll like, that whole section of your video will just be blanked out, like any track that you use of theirs. And it kind of annoys me. Like, I mean, I'm only paying homage to someone I love, like a hero of mine. That's all I'm doing. Like, I'm not trying to make money from their music. Like, I'm painting them and a bit of context would be good. So I can't use Motorhead because YouTube will just do the exact same thing and they'll tear it down and stuff. But what I can do is I can use my mate's band playing Motorhead. So my mates, Upshot, who are no longer together, I'm going to use their live versions of Motorhead songs as a soundtrack to this. So that's what that is. Everything you hear from this point on is my mate's band, Upshot, who I haven't asked if I can use. The music yet. So, sorry. But I'm using your Motorhead covers. that's Lemmy. That's the first thing I ever painted in here, and I've been wanting to paint Lemmy for a long time, because he's the man. He was a total legend, done his own thing, born to lose, live to win, man. I love him, so he's there for the time being. Eventually I'll probably paint over Lemmy, but I wanted him to be the first thing that I painted. Out of all the people that I love, because I'm a pure fanboy, like, let's be honest, like I get really into things, and I find it difficult to hide how much I like them. I'm not cool when it comes to that. I kind of gush quite a lot. So I wanted to paint Lemmy because, well, of all the people that I really that I love, like the people I hold in high regard and stuff like that, Lemmy was a total badass with a heart of gold. An all-round kind of good guy, roaded for Hendrix. Basically started the rock and roll thing at 14, totally loved it. Didn't care what anybody thought. I didn't care what anybody thought about him. So that's why he's been such a big kind of influence on me. So, true story, this wasn't the first place that I had my eye on, so to speak. There was another place where I was going to move in and everything looked hunky-dory, and I kind of get strung along a bit by the man, and get left with nothing essentially, and kind of get dropped. I kind of felt like I was told it was going to happen kind of thing, and I just kind of get strung along and things. Before I went to Loch Ness, I wanted to get it all sorted before I went to Loch Ness, and I was messaging people and was like, can you let me know if it's a yes or a no, because I kind of want to know what I'm doing when I get back, sort of thing. And no one got a hold of me until I said to them the day before I left, like, what's happening? And I just get the message saying, nope, it's no go. The landlord's decided to go with someone else, even though I kind of thought, or I was told, that he wanted me there. Anyway, I'm not moaning about it, but I went up 2-hour walk and listened to nothing but Motorhead. It was just shuffle, Motorhead, 2 hours of walking and just being angry at the world. And then being fine with it after 2 hours, because I don't know, it's just the way Motorhead makes me feel. Something else will come up, sort of thing. Like, if that was the reason you just can't, if you just gave up after getting told once there's no space for you here, sort of thing, then you won't achieve anything. So that's why Lemmy's there. 2 hours of solid Motorhead that gave me the, I don't know, the energy to go, cool, on to the next one. That's why I love Motorhead. That's it. Long story short, I love Motorhead. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be doing more stuff like this. So if there's anything you want to see, let me know. If there's anyone you want me to paint, if there's anything you want me to go over, if there's anything you want me to try or something, leave it in the comments. You can get me on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, at Mr. Tragic O'Hara. That's it, I think. That's it. I think that's it. Lemmy.